Hi guys. Okay, so I'm super excited about showing you what we're going to be doing this week for art. So I'm not going to be posting an assignment every day this week. What I'm going to do is I'm assigning on a weekly assignment, and you'll have from today all the way until next Monday morning to complete it. So you've got a lot of time. And I'll be also, though, I'll be posting on our pages, and I expect that you are checking that every day. But as far as assignments go, I'm going to just assign a weekly one. So, what does that look like? Well, what we have available for art right now is our sketchbook. Most people have their sketchbook, and if you don't, that's okay. But what we're going to do is we are going to make it an art form. The sketchbook is part of art. It's part of the creative process, but it can be art in itself. This image is a reflection of that. So we can really do some amazing stuff in our sketchbook if we put our minds to it. Obviously, we've got a long way to go before we can get to something like this, but we can start. So, I mean, I myself have kept sketchbooks for years and years and years. Um, in fact, I'm running out of space. But the sketchbooks have been important for me, not just because it's a place that holds all of the paper together, but it's more of a journal, a self reflection, um, uh, a place that I can just be creative and be myself without anybody judging me. I can get messy. I can experiment. I can write about my feelings. And in fact, I've these right here uh, are are comics about my life for an entire year. So I've used it to journal about my own experiences. So I found this on the internet the other day. I'm going to read it to you. It says, "This thing we are all a part of. It's living history. Our children are all a part of this, and it'll be talked about for generations to come. Schools are closed, sports are canceled, people are quarantined on a global level. The best thing your children can do is to keep a journal over the next 5+ weeks. Handwritten, typed in photographs or drawings, record events, day to day activities, fears, and feelings. Let them make a video journal if that's the media they prefer. As parents, let them interview you. Be a part of it. When it's all over, save it, store it in a safe place for them. They will share this with their children and grandchildren. Help them create a tangible, primary source of their own history." Wow. So, I mean, what's happening right now is history. And you are a part of that. And when I think about things like 9/11, or um, being involved with the election of Barack Obama. I was in Chicago when that happened. I really wish I would have had just my own thoughts and feelings in one place. And so this week, what I want to start doing is I really want to dive into how you're feeling and your own reflections about what's been going on in the world. So here's a really great example of someone using their sketchbook as a living journal, a creative journal about their experience. So what I want you to do is just to look at all of the elements being used, right? We've got drawings, we've got collage happening here, right? We've got words, um, and it's really up to us how we want to get creative with it. Here's some more examples of words being used, along with watercolor. So I'm about to show you like a bunch of different examples. I'll post this on the assignment page too, so you can have access to it if you're inspired. Um, but these examples I'm showing you are how image and word kind of go together and we can draw and we can collage and we can paint, along with journaling about this whole experience. So maybe it's you're printing things out and pasting them into your sketchbook. Here's a great example of collage mixed with drawing. Um, but I really want to get creative, and not it can just be drawings too, but I really want you to pour your heart into it. And maybe these are drawings of just your day-to-day activities. Here's a little bit more of a cleaner version, right? Maybe you're going through and you're just you're looking at what your the cupboard of your pantry looks like. Maybe you've never seen so many groceries in your house before. I don't know what it is, um, but it's your own experience. It's how you are feeling. Okay, how you are feeling, and maybe it's how you're feeling now. Maybe it's how you're feeling before this all happened and leading up to it. Maybe it's how you were feeling when you first heard that you're not going back to school for a while. Maybe it's maybe it's drawing the outside. Maybe it's just sitting outside and drawing what you see. So okay, so I'm gonna stop there. And all right, so there's a lot of opportunity to do what we want. Okay, there's a lot of opportunity to just express ourselves. Um, and I really, you're going to be like, well, I don't know what to do. What do I do? There's no right or wrong answer for this. But it needs to be focused on the experience that we're living now. Okay, so maybe it's maybe it's a journal entry, or maybe you're just documenting things. So I've got some examples here actually before we get into the rubric. So if I look here, so here are some ideas. So write about going to the grocery store and seeing empty shelves. How did that feel? If that was something that you did. Um, so these are just examples. You don't have to do these. Write about what it's like not being able to go to school every day. When I say write, you can also draw, right? Um, Write or draw about your routine at home. What's it like? Do you get up at a certain time every day? Do you have a certain thing for breakfast? What's it look like when you're doing your schoolwork? When's your free time? Things like that, like hour by hour, maybe. Interview your parents or family members about how they feel, and then draw and write about it. Just draw about your feelings. Write down or sketch all the music you've been listening to. Draw all the TV shows you've been watching. Draw all the food you miss going out to eat, right? Maybe it's your favorite ramen place or something. I don't know what it is. Maybe your favorite restaurant. Just be creative, this is your time to do it. Show effort. So you got the whole week. I'm expecting 5 to 7 pages by Monday morning at 8 a.m. And let's look at the rubric. So I am looking for something that's unique, interesting. I don't want to see simple line drawings anymore. I want to see that you're pouring your heart into it. I want to see some effort, that you've done it with exceptional care, attention to detail. Oops, sorry guys. Attention to detail, neatness. So your journal entry, you have to have 5 to 7 full pages of reflection on your experience. Okay, so that means 5 to 7 pages of journal entries basically, and you can go back in time if you need to. Not a big deal. Okay, so I will post this Google slide um, below, I guess, in the assignments, and that way you can reference it. I'll also attach the rubric. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know. I will be setting up for each class a time that we can get together, and if you have questions, you can ask me. I'll be creating a Zoom meeting for each class. That way, we can all check in and we can see how we're doing, and then you can ask me any questions there, or you can send me a chat. All right, I can't wait to see what you guys make. Have fun.